I see you.
No, this is weird. I don't like it.
Huh?
I don't like that.
It's
What
weird.
don't you like?
Him turning totally like at me like that. I don't like it.
Oh,
I like this whole setup. To be honest with you, Mac. I'm not feeling it.
what do you mean?
What do you mean? What I mean? The fact that like
Which setup?
for your video we're looking this way, but we're sitting this way. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Looking which way?
Like
we
you
want to make
have
sure
the
we're
camera
getting.
this way, but now I'm talking
Yeah.
to him over there.
We want to make sure we're getting the program view of this. Is what we're saying. That's the That's
I also
That's what's actually being recorded.
Yeah.
I also would like the logo back here because I think that is a ridiculous argument. That checks out. Damon and Ted coming to you new from a new studio at Audio Hive Podcasting.
They
whatever.
don't like it, folks.
Oh,
We
we're
don't care. No, I was fine with it until someone freaked out that his hand was going to be behind the logo.
yeah. Well, I'll just talk with my hand at my side. Put it back, Mac. I'll put my hand right here.
It doesn't matter if your hand
right-
goes behind.
right
it.
here.
Put
I
it
will-
in your pants.
I will never have any questions that go past this stage right here. I'll be like, "What do you think of this or this?" And my hand only turns so far, so that's why I lift it higher. But I'll go right here. Hey, we could do the thing. We could all put in our hands, and we could stay behind below the
ridiculous.
logo.
Brian has moved studios. He's still on the same street, just for a little further the other way. I don't know which way we want to call it, but it's one way.
Closer to a highway.
Damon's really impressed that there's a window, even though the old studio had windows.
Hey, this one you can use. It's pretty cool. Why have a window if you can't use it? You know what I mean?
I don't understand that reference.
What? Well, because the other day I was looking out it and you made fun of me, and I said I'm waving to my friend, and I said, why have a window if you can't use it?
Yeah, I erased all that from my memory.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean when we helped you,
Yeah,
gloriously
when we
helped you move? Oh, I gotcha.
How many other of your podcasts helped you move, Matt?
One.
Oh, okay.
He counts each of us as one.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Well, Damon, and then when I ask him, well, Ted did. That's how it goes.
We brought up the table and the chairs and the microphone, like all this stuff. What did they bring? Like, how did they help? It's personal now.
You can throw that cable in my
Yeah,
trunk. I'll
yeah.
take it over there for you. It's personal now.
Yeah, it's
This is
personal
gonna be
now.
like a throwdown.
Yeah,
Oh,
personal.
nice.
Also, this is weird for us because just like you guys, we can't see Mac anymore either.
Yeah.
Just like you guys on
It's
the
pretty
podcast,
great.
it's just a video.
You
It's
can only
it's
ever see
audio.
like my torso.
I mean, you
anyway.
really-
I couldn't see him anywhere.
Yeah, you really couldn't see him
But he was
anyway.
in the room. I knew he was there.
Right. Yeah. He was around.
Yeah.
He
I
was
can leave
around.
now.
Like he was back behind me, and now there's nothing.
Yeah. And just so everybody's aware, I'm gonna raise my hand, and there was a logo somewhere in here, but I didn't like it because my hand would go through it. And the only way you'll see this is if this actually makes the video
There it is.
cut for the
There
YouTube
it is.
channel. Yeah. So
Damon was insistent that that looks stupid.
yeah. Well,
He has this on camera all the
right,
time,
Right.
and he thinks this looks stupid.
I'm focused on anything but what I brought.
Wait,
that
ready?
looks stupid.
Back, put it back up. He thinks this looks stupid.
Yeah. Oh, see now I could almost get away with this. See, I
There we
could.
go. Now it's fine.
Yeah. All right. So we'll try that.
Sir, if you're going to stay in your ante room, you need to stay in your ante room.
Mac has now invaded our personal space, and I feel violated. So, Hey.
We'd like to welcome you to our podcast where we talk about Mac's new studio for 45 minutes.
right. Hey, so we do have some catching up to do, though. Aside from, you did some comedy,
I did.
and we saw it, and I even taped it for you.
Yeah.
Right? Well, it's not taped anymore. It's recorded. I recorded it for you.
Yeah, you bring that up, and it's funny how many people like say different. Like, did you video that? Did you tape
Yeah.
it? Did you record it? What is the word now, Mac? You're in. I'm going to give you air quotes so you can't even see. You're in the business.
Yeah.
What is it? When
What
you
do you-
record people, what is it?
Yeah. What is it?
When I record people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You call it recording, videoing, taping, filming.
recording,
Okay.
So what are you doing to us right now?
recording you.
Okay.
That's the audio though. I want to know the video. Are you autoing us? Like you never said that. Like you said you would film someone or video someone, but you never.
Yeah,
said
I would say.
You never said you audioed someone.
I would say yeah, filming. If
I
you,
would-
wanted, if you
I'd-
wanted the video word,
I audioed the hell out of that podcast.
I did.
Y'all use them as a reference.
film the f out of it.
Yeah. Audio AF on that podcast.
Yeah. So that was at Two Brothers. It was Still Not Friday. SNF comedy. I'd like to thank them again for having me out. That was a great time.
That was your first time up
First
there
time there,
doing
yeah.
that, right? Yeah.
I'm in the top 300 shows.
Nice. Made the cut.
I know. Right.
Made the cut. So the highlight reel, he'll be towards the end,
I'll be
but he's in there.
way at the end.
But he's in there.
If you got a good 6.5 hours, I'll be
Right.
there.
Right. It cuts off right before you. Damn it. That guy was right before me. I saw that. So this week, my goings on, I actually posted on social media, but my son was outside the yard.
Oh, right.
Okay.
That was the thing about your videos. It cut in so late that you couldn't see the dude doing any like nefarious stuff.
Correct, because he didn't get he had to get in my driveway and walk kind of like onto the sidewalk, and I guess when Chuck got there, he was cutting beeline right across the street, just about to step on the driveway, and he turned and walked in the road, and so you just see him walking out in the road because until Chuck stepped in front of the camera where it kicked on, but essentially here's the story: my son's jumping on the trampoline in the backyard, which I really don't want him to do, but he's doing that, and all of a sudden, he comes in the house and he tells me, he goes, "Hey," he goes, "I was watching a guy walk across the street," and he goes, I saw his head turn, look right at our house, and he goes, he shot right across the grass and was coming across the street. He goes, "So I got down, went up there," and he goes, and then as soon as I got up there, he turned and then just walked on the street. So he's walking on the sidewalk on the opposite side, and he finished his stroll on the street in front of my house. I don't think he had the best intentions. You know what I'm saying? I can't prove nothing because he didn't do anything, luckily. But what's funny is you see my son standing there in this video, like watching, like now he's like on patrol. And I'm first off, I'm proud of him. But second off, I don't want to put himself in a stupid situation because he is a kid. You know what I mean? He's 15. So I don't want him to do something dumb either because that's my job. I corner the market on that. So, but no, he got a lot of praise and he did very well. And it was funny. He goes, "I really wanted to start barking at him, Dad." I go, "Just so you know, that camera picks up all the audio. If you ever decide you're going to do that to somebody, I'm still going to share it." Okay. And they're just going to see my son standing in the driveway going, "Woo, woo, woo, woo." That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, because to the point, like you couldn't see that dude anymore. So
Right.
he would literally just be barking at nothing.
Correct. So, and then what's funny is somebody did, because again, like you said, when the camera cuts in, the guy's halfway across my front yard on the road, and so you see the kid right by my garage and you're like, "Oh," so the lady she goes, "Wait, what am I looking at? The kid right by the garage?" I'm like, "No, he's the good guy." Okay. So
I want to circle back. Why don't you want him on the trampoline?
Honestly, because the trampoline was given to us by neighbors. Okay.
Wait, given to you, or did it blow over in a storm?
Correct. So anyway, given to us. I'm going to air quote that. No, but it was given to us. Hey, look, when it shows up in your backyard, you do what you do, right? But anyway, no, I worry about him because sports are his life in school. He loves lifting, loves doing. I don't want to see something stupid happen. When he was younger, much younger, he actually was on a trampoline and he broke his like a shoulder. He fell the wrong way and did something.
I like you just picked it. He broke like his thing.
It was like it wasn't his shoulder socket, but it was like the upper part, or it was like the upper part of his arm. It was like clean break. So they put it in a cast and he missed some football games and he was sad about that. I'm like, dude, just stay off the trampoline. His buddy, who was on a 2-year-old trampoline the weekend before with Chuck, jumped through it and went to the ground and hurt himself. So now I got him on one that's borrowed. You know what I mean? and I'm just like, okay.
Well, did you put Abe Lincoln in it? Did Henry Tread left in it?
Correct. Yeah.
I put a penny in it and I saw Abe Lincoln's head. It was time to change
Wait,
tires.
is this made by Firestone? I don't know that I want to trust this.
Did you like how I called out Chuck in my comedy?
Yes.
I just threw him in there. He's not in there usually, but
Yeah.
I decided to say Chuck.
He had to use a name in his routine, and all of a sudden he said Chuck. And I wanted, because I was holding the camera, I wanted to be solo, be like, "Ha ha!" I wanted to do it, but I didn't do anything. I kept him a clean recording, videoing, audioing, whatever
Filming?
I was doing,
We're going
filming.
Filming.
But there's no film. So
It's all digital.
I see a
I'm
problem.
ones and zeroing you.
You're once and zeroing me.
That was
Yeah.
digital.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
wasn't even there.
nice.
It was digital.
I would analog the hell out of that
I would
recording.
CGI the hell out of that.
I saw my buddy Joey get his face mangled by a trampoline a few years ago.
Wait, you're gonna have to explain that because
Yeah. So you know how
I know
they,
every word
Hey,
you use.
did it also land in Joey's backyard
Yeah.
in a storm?
so you know how they have the label on there that nobody pays attention to that says only one jumper at a time?
Correct.
Here's the reason. Okay. So basically somebody else was coming down, right?
Yeah.
So the springs are open.
Oh,
on the
no.
side. And he happened to fall at the same time and his face was like on the springs and then the springs snapped shut. And it like grabbed his lip and his nose, and he might have had a lip ring or something at the time, but it just ripped it right out. I mean, just like totally shredded his face.
That's the worst game of Got Your Nose ever. Point trampoline. First off, What kind of movie are you doing where you land on your face?
Also,
There's tricks.
There was booze involved.
I
Okay.
don't think that that's what they meant when they had that label created.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly why it's there.
Yeah.
No,
After
I'm-
witnessing that.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that they never intended, and they never even in the history of the trampoline, they're like, I wonder if someone's face is going to get caught in this.
Yeah. I wonder how many piercings it's going to rip out of somebody's face.
Which is funny because you say that, but then you go to those indoor trampoline parks and you can have 1,000 people on the tramps at any time. And
Right.
You're like, what's going on?
Right. Well, you signed a waiver and you
Yeah.
bought socks.
There's no
So-
exposed springs, though. Those places are professional.
and you're saying my backyard is not
There's no exposed
Correct.
springs, but you can literally lose your spine when someone is like,
right. You're right.
bounces you at the wrong time.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So again, I guess there'll be a new warning on trampolines, thanks to us, that you're going to want to remove all piercings and keep your face out of the springs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not to be used with your face.
Yeah. It shows all the stunts possible. Your face is never
Yeah.
supposed to be on there.
So I think people use maybe their feet and their knees and their hands at some point. You think anyone's going to use their face? Nah, don't put it on the label. It'll be fine.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Guys, we got reports people are losing their face. Yeah. What do you mean, like getting embarrassed and losing your face? No, literally losing their face.
Yeah. Turns out we probably should have put it on there.
We made a mistake.
They put
so much pain.
Yes, exactly. They put microwave directions on Pop-Tarts. You'd think they would take the time to go ahead and type that on the tag and be like, look, don't use your face. You're talking about like what, 4 words? Don't
Right.
use your face.
The fact
Simple.
that they have to label stuff anymore. The fact that we got to a point in the society where we sued people to the point where like, well, you didn't put it on there, so I didn't know it was wrong.
Right.
Like, oh my God.
You see now the gas pumps, they say do not use in mouth or rectum. It says right on the gas pump.
No way.
Hand of God. Hand of God.
I'm gonna look. I gotta
been-
get gas
It's
today.
been all over the internet. There's and again, I look I'm like, is it photoshopped? Is it not? No, I have seen stuff where it says do not put in mouth. I've never seen the other part.
The other one, because
Yeah.
one of the comedians I work with actually does a joke where he's like, now they say don't put something in rectum, right?
Right.
And then he's like, and he'll go through and he's like, I'm just kidding. That part isn't true, but we're almost there. And he does a bit where he pretends to be a rocker and he throws out guitar picks.
Yeah.
And I say it says don't insert in rectum.
Gotcha. So he's got an angle.
I want to see that in real life before I
Yeah.
fully believe
Yeah,
that.
but no, I have seen it where it says do not put in mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And it's like, how did you have to tell somebody at a gas pump to not go?
Well, the same was like how they had to start making them break away for other people that would drive away.
Yeah, right.
Like
Right.
how many gas pumps do you have to rip out of the ground before the whole industry is like, ooh, should we make these breakaway?
So here's I was saving this for
You keep it in your butt then.
for next.
I don't want it.
No, but you hit on something. I want to read this. It's behind the scenes zookeeper secrets. All right, I'm going to just jump to this
Oh,
real
no.
quick. It
We're
says
talking a lot of butt stuff.
no. It says a lot of safety fences are based on guesses and have changed dramatically over the years. Zoos keep careful track of how far animals can jump and then adjust their fences based on what other zoos see. When an annoyed tiger jumps across a 30-foot moat and a 16-foot fence, they make a change. You know who doesn't get to make a change? Tommy.
Right,
Okay. Who met the
did.
tiger.
But I want to see like the betting pool,
Right. Who had 33
Yeah.
feet and a 16-foot fence.
bro. I told you 35 feet.
Is that like Super Bowl squares?
Yeah.
You got one of each.
Right. I told you 35 feet. And you don't win if you're the one who was the one that was you're the one if you're one higher.
I was gonna say, no, you had what's weird is you're like, I had the 35-foot fence and the 16-foot vertical,
Right.
leap sideways. Oh man, your squares were backwards. You could have told, hey, you know what? We're gonna cash you out as halftime. We're gonna cash you out.
Here's what I want to know. Did he look like he still had remaining distance height or
Right.
length? Like which one? Like because he didn't just clear it, right? He cleared it with a little bit of a gap. Was it a little? He could have gone a little higher. Or he could have gone a little further.
That's the whole thing. It's like we need to check the video, and you're watching it like in slow motion. Meanwhile, he's landing on Tommy,
This is what Madden did in the offseason.
right? Yeah.
All right, so what do you see you got here? Is that he's just scribbled all over the teleprompter, and you're like, I don't know where to move the fence.
Tommy's buddy's doing a TikTok dance next to him. Look what's happening here, bro. But no, I was actually going to read that next week. I had it in my notes. And when you said that, I'm like, you're right. Because they do. They guess. They go, okay, we don't believe this will be a problem. And then they go, oh, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We used to have all gas pumps used to be attended. They'd come out, they'd have someone, I guess, trained to like wipe your windows and check your oil and
Right.
do your gas, and finally, like, well, we can't pay for that. Let's let them do it themselves. And then suddenly, people were dragging gas pumps down the street. Like, ooh, we got to make this a little more idiot proof.
You know what? We could hire a kid for $9.95 an hour, and we probably speed money ahead.
Have you seen that? There's I don't know, it was on TikTok or Instagram recently where there's two girls in a car, and they're like, these gas prices are killing me. Look how much it's going up. And the car's just like filling. Finally, some dude comes over and he's like, you guys are just pouring gas all over the ground, right?
No way.
And they're like, what? You get out, there's just a huge pool of gas.
Oh, no.
Because the automatic thing didn't unclick.
Yeah.
Which is great. Because you can tell the guy's like not really close to the car because you can't get because of the puddle. He's like, hey, you guys know that you're just.
Yeah. You know how dangerous this is right here?
Yeah. You guys don't smoke, do you? Why, is that going to be a problem? Oh, it will be.
Smoke them if you got them.
Yeah. I like all the videos too. You see people like get out of their car and like start to storm to get angry at someone.
Yeah.
And then they realize that in their anger they forgot to put it in park.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're like, hey, and then you turn around and like suddenly they're racing after their car down a ditch.
They're like, good news, jackass. Your car just ran into me.
Yeah.
You're going to see me in court in a couple of weeks. We'll be fine.
Hey, no problem. I believe your anger is going to be like all that energy is going to be subdued with you running after your car.
Yeah.
What do you mean? That's your car.
Why don't you jog it off?
Yeah.
Why are you saying that, bro? Because your car's right there.
Because if you don't start jogging, you're going to be running it off soon.
It's like the old coach. Rub some dirt on it, walk it off. You want to
Yeah.
fight me? Why don't you jog it off? You go get that car that
You got
failed.
about 2 blocks to jog it off, and then you're going to be running.
Right.
So you better go.
Yeah. That thing's headed for a pond. So, yeah, no,
Hey, so I think got airbags in it. Why? Are we going to find out?
yeah, because they're going to go off.
Yeah. Hey, it does.
So, going back to this is weird that we jumped into this stuff, but going back to the TikTok thing, I wrote myself a note that I honestly, at one time,
I put myself a note that I need to check out this.
I do
tip from the
because I
top.
think of stuff randomly, and we've been out of here for a little bit, so I wanted to have stuff jotted down. But I want to just attack something with the same tenacity, confidence that Corey Feldman has when he sings and dances.
that guy.
Just sometime in
Wait,
life,
you want to be that delusional?
I want to feel that confident about something to be like, I got this. You know what I mean?
I saw him live once.
Okay, you know what? Hang up on yourself, caller, because that's the dumbest thing. Listen, I made fun of him for.
I lasted
Were you
about
working?
3 songs. and
Was
then
it
I left.
working?
No, it was a morbid curiosity thing.
Did Pauly Shore open for him? Was Ted there?
Yeah.
So the realistic side of it is whenever I see it's like I don't want to say it's a car
I got
wreck.
to go back and redefend myself because we're over 100 episodes in, and people are going to be like, "Ted's up, Pauly Shore." When I left, the other 3 people in the party were like, "Are you okay?" And I'd ask why. Like, you didn't crack a smile once. Like, yeah, because everything sucked.
Yeah.
Host, feature, Pauly, garbage.
Yeah. But I cannot make fun of your level of enjoyment. I can only make fun of the fact you attended.
I was
it.
there.
Yeah, so that's really all I can bring up. You know what I mean? So
Speaking of which, how was the carrot?
It was pretty entertaining.
How was the carrot?
yeah.
It was a little weird, like meeting him in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess because he's been on TV and everything for so long, and he just kind of hangs out by himself. Like he doesn't have a crew, and he would just kind of wander around the theater like while we were setting up. So every once in a while he'd walk by and he's like, "How's it going, man?" And I was like, "Hey, Mr. Top."
I think
You're a
that
real
checks out
person.
more than anything you've ever said. I think that checks out.
That does check out.
Yeah, that is the most
But
checked out thing. Yeah.
I guess someone that big, you'd think they have somewhat of an entourage, but that's pretty much how it is. When you're with people in comedy, they're just by themselves. They just show up, and you're like, "Hey," and they're like, "Hey," and you're like, "Okay."
It seemed kind of lonely. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you don't really have anybody here with you."
I know Damon's gonna be like, no one likes a bragger, but when I met Gilbert Godfrey, rest in peace, and Emo Phillips and everything, it would just be like suddenly they would come to where I was. Like I was already in a spot, physically had been there. Why is this guy here?
Yeah,
like
he did that.
Because I'm supposed to be here. Like this is where I am working right now.
We were
why are you here?
eating dinner. We're like down there, and it's like me and 3 other stagehands. And the catering's there. I hate you so much.
I was waiting. We don't have a button, so I was waiting for someone to say Jobs. Continue.
Oh, I
Mac.
thought you said Steve. I thought you said Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
All right. So you're eating.
So,
you're eating with your peers.
Yeah. And he comes down into like the green room, and he just like makes himself a plate, and he sits down at a table across from me, and he's just there by himself. And I'm the only person he can make eye contact with. right?
It's like sitting in the front row at a show. It's so
Yeah,
terrible.
Yeah. And I'm eating my food and I've got like green beans on my plate, and the green beans had carrots mixed in with them. I did not take any carrots, and he like waves his fork at me and he's like, make sure you eat your carrots. And that's when I waved my green beans back at him, and I was like, I didn't get any carrots.
So
And
you basically told him to go
you look
pound
like
sand.
an
You told him go pound
You told
sand.
him about sand, but then you look like an idiot.
It took me. It was one of those grenades, the
Yeah,
grenade joke.
it was a grenade.
It was literally like 5 seconds later, I got it and just kind of laughed to myself.
He's halfway through a set.
I was
Max
like, oh,
on
this poor
he's
guy.
on stage right. Max stage right, and he's halfway through a set, and you hear "ha ha"
Yeah,
from
I'm
the
just gonna
sideline. and Max like, sorry, just got it, Mr. Top. Just got it.
That's like when I was with Emo Phillips. They're like, hey, there's pizza in the room. So we go in there and I'm getting a couple pieces of pizza. And he just walks in and Flanagan was there.
Yeah.
And Flanagan, Emo goes to Flanagan. He's like, who's that guy? Mind you, I'm wearing a shirt with the name of the club on, like I'm wearing a polo with the clubs. And he's like, oh, that's Ted. He's fine. He's worked here. He's like, why is he in here? I was like, well, they told him he could come in here. There was no, well, it's not, there's no one else in there. It's not like I walked into where Emo was getting ready. I'm like, yo, bro, what's up? And I started like, there was no one in this room.
Towel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand you're a little klutzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if Flanagan had been there, it would have been like, I suddenly would have been man arrested for eating pizza in room with other man.
Yeah. But Mac is right, and I know you're right because you see it. A lot of these guys that can do shows and charge $20, $30, $40 a ticket, whatever it is, they might travel alone, or maybe they have a guy that opens for them that they bring with or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes that, but
He had a 10-minute opener. It was pretty short.
That is short to do a place like that.
Yeah.
And be driving around the country.
Yeah. So,
hey,
but
you know what? If that guy ever drops out, let me know.
yeah.
I will gladly.
Hey, the ginger and the former ginger paired up.
Well, I can be careful. No, not even going to say it. Not even going to say it. Not going to say it.
Like CB?
Yeah, you can figure it out.
Not
You figure it
CT.
out. You
Not
figure it
CT,
out.
but CB.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
But the amount of money that guy must make for 10 minutes of work at night.
Ginger Eye Joe.
Hey,
I didn't know
Mac,
the G was for ginger.
Mac, can you hit the button?
Stupid!
No, that was not the one we were looking for.
So the best part is the board's not in the new studio yet. So Mac's in charge of it.
Yeah, and I
So
wanted him to hit the you believe that button,
Yeah,
but he
so
couldn't find it.
We have a 1 in 12 chance of him getting the right button. You believe that?
There it is. The best part, he's got a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
He's got a guide that tells him what's on every one. He still
Yeah.
couldn't get it.
We got a 1 in 12 chance that he nails it. But no, CB. I know where I went there and I liked it. But
10-4, good buddy.
But the fact of the matter is, yeah, over and out, Ted 4. So, but the real thing, like we saw Uncle Lair, okay, on Saturday night,
Yeah,
and you were out of town. You were out of town, and but we went, me and my wife, and then her sister and her sister's friend and their husbands came out, and they loved the show. They'd never seen him before. Now I have seen him before, and I knew what to expect. And I mean, he's hysterical.
It's a comedy show.
Yeah. So afterwards, we walk out, and I shook his hand or whatever, and I told him, I said, "Hey, Ted Wilson told me to tell you." Say, "Hey." He looks at me, he goes, "Oh yeah," and I said, "Yeah." And he had a little thing there we saw, and I bought one from him, and,
Oh, the door tag?
Yeah, the door
You know who
tag.
makes those?
Huh.
Comedy Brian.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's
Nice.
the one who made them, yeah.
So I went ahead and I got one of those from him. Almost everybody did, which was nice. And so we walked out, and I only had like a $5 on me, right? So I was like, okay. I said, "Is 5 cool?" Because he just says, "Give whatever you want." And I said, "Okay." I says, "5 okay?" He goes, "Yeah." So then I talked to my brother-in-law, and I go, "You got one?" I go, "What'd you give me?" He goes, 20. I go, "Good, then we gave him $12.50 a piece." Good, then we're fine. That's what I told him.
You know what the funny is for both of you?
Yeah.
Originally, he was selling them for $1.
Oh
And
yeah,
then people would come up and just give him money, so he changed it to like, just give me whatever you want. And now people will give him like,
yeah.
hand over fist he makes on
Yeah.
those things.
But again, his show's totally worth it. So
Yeah.
I was fine. But what takes me back to that is, so we're out on we're in like the promenade or whatever in Bolingbrook. We're talking, and all of a sudden I see a guy walking across on the other side of the street with his bag, and I just go, "Hey," I said, "Thanks. It was a great show." Nobody else saw him, but he's walking by himself because again, he's a normal guy.
Right.
He lives in Chicago, so he drove an hour and a half to get there.
Yeah.
He drove himself home. Now you got a guy like Carrot Top who's traveling. You would think. Not an MC Hammer entourage, I get
Right,
it,
but one other person maybe.
right. Whether it be a brother, whatever, you know what I mean? Somebody that just is like, "Hey, I'm on the road with them." But again, I guess if you're doing that and you're kind of a loner anyway, dude, keep your bills down because you're buying
Yeah.
meals. You're buying,
You know how when I go to comedy, I usually go with Brian, not podcast Brian, but
Right.
comedy Brian.
Yeah.
We just go just because it's better when you. I almost said more better because I'm
More
like
better.
I'm Justin Wilson.
Yeah.
It's I'm Cajun now.
Yeah.
It's better when you have someone like
typical CB.
Yeah. To have someone to just bounce stuff up on the way up and then talk about it on the way back.
Yeah.
So we would go together, and then I met. He did a show at the Metropolis, and it was with Chris Farley's brother, Kevin, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And same thing. I'm just in the green room hanging out. They took him out and be like, "Hey, Brian, we need to show you something." They need to show him something about how something had to be introduced or something. So I'm just in there by myself. And all of a sudden, Kevin Farley walks in. He's like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Now, how do I explain? I'm here with Comedy Brian.
Yeah. Okay, look, I'm not here with
I know
podcast
you didn't
Brian.
bring an entourage,
Yeah.
but I came with Brian."
But the guy that was in here with you, he did bring an entourage. I am him. Yes. CB in the house.
Right. I regret everything. Matt, can you just already timestamp that? Can you go back and timestamp when I said it?
Can you go back to 1301 and timestamp everything from there?
Can you go back to April 2020?
So, but you do understand where we digress from all this. You do understand why I someday want to have the confidence of a Corey Feldman. You know what I
I
mean?
forgot that's where it started.
That's where that started.
Yeah, whoa.
Yeah.
We came
In
full circle.
2022, that man still thinks that you can go up and do like a bad Michael Jackson ripoff.
Yeah.
And people are going to be like, "Oh, I want more of this."
Yeah. Here's the deal. Did anybody check to see if he murdered Michael Jackson? Because he wants to be him.
Wait, you think he's Sam Becketting in? You think that Michael Jackson has Sam Becketted into Corey Feldman?
That I'm saying there's something. There's something there.
Does it ever look like he's talking to a hologram that only he can see and hear? Probably.
No, and we're not talking about that ever on this show.
You see how I did that?
There's no Scott
I
Bakula
backed into
references.
Quantum Leap.
No, there's no Bakula references whatsoever.
I Scott Bakula into Quantum Leap.
By the way, so quick side note.
Wait, we're side noting the side note.
Someone on our page put up a thing about Quantum
It
Leap.
was Keith Cooksey.
That's what it was. It was Keith. He put it up, and it was basically about hey, do you ever think that maybe he's just back here?
Well, yeah. If you ever see one of your friends acting weird, you think maybe it's just Scott Bakula trying to make things right.
Right, trying to make things right. So now my wife is a huge Scott Bakula fan. Now, so is Wilson.
Scotty Backs.
Right. So I chose my battle wisely and said, I'm not fighting two of them. This was the night I was going to see his comedy with my wife in the car. Okay. So I was choosing my battle. My response basically was I deferred everything to a Back to the Future reference, and not even Back to the Future 1. Back to the Future 2. That was the Almanac.
Look at you.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, so then Ted's response was, ooh, Back to the Future reference.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
it
like
was tough.
he couldn't, he was done.
Right.
So I just had to fight my wife on that. And I said, know your audience. That's the same thing. Whenever you're anywhere, if you're Corey Feldman, if you're Damon Paracchio, use the confidence that you know your audience and you think they're going to somewhat like you. I don't know. This guy dances on morning shows. Morning show. He's on a set. He brings out girls that look like they're from Victoria's Secrets and they're dancing with him.
Oh, that's right.
His
Corey's
Angels or whatever he calls
Forgot
them.
about that.
Yeah, Corey's Angels. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
I don't think they were there at the show that I went to.
No?
No.
So the other thing is, how proud are Corey's Angels' parents? You know what I mean? They're like,
you didn't just say parents. You just say Corey's Angels.
yeah. What does your daughter do for a living? You know what? She's in rehab. They don't even
Yeah.
want to tell her.
Oh.
They don't want to say that, hey, she's with Corey Feldman on the road touring.
Right. Well, I mean, there's some Friday nights where I'm like, ugh, I could get up and record the podcast tomorrow. They have to be like in, like Toledo and be like, we got to get up and do Good Morning Toledo tomorrow with Corey Feldman. That's their lives.
Yeah. That is.
That is.
That is.
That's what they got to do.
And they're praying. They're like, what's this lost boy thing we keep hearing about? He finds us every day. So much want him to be a lost boy. But
Ladies and gentlemen, nothing else is happening in the world this morning, so we're going to bring you Corey Feldman,
who believes
and his Angels.
he's Michael
Yeah.
Jackson. That's the whole thing.
Oh, and here's the thing. He wasn't like that for forever. And
No.
then, he did that dance, I think, in Dream a Little Dream. I think that was the movie where he first did a Michael Jackson dance, and someone was
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
probably.
that's pretty good." And then he was like, "Oh,
Wait a minute.
I should swing into this." No,
Was
no,
that-
you shouldn't.
Was
you
that validation?
Right? Yeah.
He steered really hard into that curve because here we are like 30 years
Oh,
later.
Man, it's so bad.
So the other big thing in my life this week, I just want to share. I have a Costco membership now.
Well, that's
Yeah, boy.
exciting.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you
All
right
those
now.
hot dogs, eh?
I haven't been there yet.
Oh,
Haven't been. It was initiated, and we have to go there. We're gonna go there probably this weekend or whatever. And
Oh, you're gonna go on Memorial Day weekend? That's ballsy.
well, I'm gonna go probably on Memorial Day because we don't have anything else going on.
Any weekend day is awful.
Yeah, I figure we'll try it. Maybe everybody be outside if it's nice.
Yeah, if you're gonna,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do Saturday or Sunday. I'm not that brave, you know. So my wife did grocery shopping some last night, and she's like, "They're out of everything." I'm like, "It's a holiday weekend,
Right.
okay? We're already in a little thing anyway." But
I popped into my lunch break yesterday.
Did you?
On a Friday, like in the middle of the day, and I was like, "Why are there 1,000 people in this place? Don't you have jobs?"
They had the same thought
Yeah.
you had.
And I'm like, "Well, you're at work right now. Like, don't use my logic against me, sir."
That is so awesome. It's like, listen, that only works on you when I say it. Hey, can I give you a couple mind-blowing facts?
Sure.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I got a window if I need to escape.
Yeah.
What's the point of even having a window?
To the window, to the wall, right over
No.
there. That's where it goes.
Mm-mm.
So let's see here. This is a pretty cool one, actually. A woman named Glenda Blackwell once bought a scratch-off lottery ticket to show her husband that they were nothing but a waste of money and accidentally won $1 million.
I keep accidentally coming in here to see if anything happens. And my luck doesn't work that way.
Ted follows several people that have successful podcasts.
Yeah.
And so he keeps coming in here just to prove it's not a waste of time.
Not a waste of time. Doesn't work.
He has not won $1 million yet,
Yeah.
or a dollar, or any dollars whatsoever.
Can I pause you for a second?
Yeah.
Because this is just another behind the scenes of Mac's new studio.
Yeah.
He has a fire extinguisher where the fire extinguisher sign that tells you where the fire extinguisher is on the fire extinguisher. Like, if you can't see the fire extinguisher, a sign on the fire extinguisher is not going to help you locate the fire extinguisher.
Okay, but how exclusive is it when he can move that anywhere near now? And
The
it's
sign,
essentially,
yeah.
if he moves the fire
Hey,
extinguisher,
it's the code.
it is labeled correctly.
Yeah, it's the code.
Yeah, it is right here.
It is pointing to.
Don't you tell me the sign doesn't show you where it is. So, you know what I like? We're going to pick out a lot of stuff over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I really like that. I really
it's
do.
still in transitional form, by the way, everybody.
Right. We are looking at what
Yeah.
looks to be like a storage
When-
locker he bought on Storage Wars.
Based on our timeline, when this goes on YouTube 7 years from now,
Yeah, because I'm good like that.
this is the this corner we're in is the only video ready.
Yeah,
corner
yeah.
of the studio.
Yeah. Yeah. If we turn anything, you're going to be like, oh no, are they, where are they at? So, yeah.
You live from a bunker.
Yeah. He's eating a hot dog. Where'd you get that? I was just at Costco. I was at Costco. You didn't get one?
It's the best deal they got there. It's $1.50. You get a drink. All right.
So here's another weird mind. Now, I'm not a cat person. All right.
Yeah, you're only a large dog person.
I'm a large dog person. But it says cats decided to live with humans because humans attract rodents, making it convenient for them to stick around. They domesticated themselves. So we are so dirty.
Yeah,
that
y'all nasty.
Yeah. Cats are like, you know what? I'm tired of trying to find them on my own. They're going to come to your house.
Yeah, can you imagine like the first couple of cats? Why are you hanging out with those people? They're nasty. Well, you hang out, the mice come to them. Oh, I like that move.
Oh, this guy's got something going on here, you know? All these people are like, what's all these cats? And it's like, that's the stinky family.
Yeah.
They have mice.
Right.
They have mice. You imagine being that though. It's like you get adopted by cats. You're like, please, no cat. You go out every day and see if there's one on your porch. No cat. It's like playing pressure lock. No whammy. No whammy, you know?
No kitty. No kitty. No kitty.
No kitty.
No kitty.
Stop. Yes.
Stop.
But yeah, again, you probably shouldn't have mice in your house. So that they probably domesticated themselves to your property, you know? And it's like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you find like that still happens today. Like if people have farms.
Oh,
like,
yeah, for
suddenly
sure.
Barn cats will just show up.
For sure. Yeah. Well,
how many cats you got? Don't know today. We'll find out.
They multiply real fast. So, and unfortunately, because when they're farm cats, barn cats, whatever, a lot of them don't make it.
Yeah, I think that's less like they domesticated themselves as to we just started making permanent buildings. And cats are like, all right.
I was in the barn. He let me in the house.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to stay here.
Yeah.
You know what he does? He puts down a bowl of food. The stuff I had to go find.
Right.
He puts it down. Hey, here's the best part. I shit in a box, bro. Okay. Listen, worry free. I don't ever touch it again.
He gets a scoop.
He is so proud of it. He takes it, puts it in a bag, keeps it for himself somewhere else. I have no idea where it goes.
it's really weird.
I have no idea. Guy's pretty awesome, you know? Wow. His name's Ron. You should really see about me. Ron's got like 7 cats. You know?
Speaking of animals, though, it was yesterday morning. The dog decided to get up by just literally kicking the absolute crap out of me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was his.
Yeah, it just
I'm
started
awake?
he just woke up and his back legs just started going on me. Just boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what, you don't have enough of this king-size bed?
Yeah.
You dumb bitch.
You didn't order the shiatsu massage in bed?
No.
Yeah. That's always good too when like they
And
need
you're
their-
like, you're asleep. You're like, what? What's going on? You realize, oh, it's just the dog being an absolute jack.
He's not even watching something funny on TV. Hey, wake up and look at this. Look at this. Why did you wake me, bro? Yeah. No, my daughter had a friend spend the night last night. So generally when we go to bed, so the dog doesn't cause a problem and then they have the run of the house and they're loud. So we shut our bedroom door and the dog stays in there. Well, the dog don't like that.
Yeah.
Because she wants to roam in the middle of the night. So then you wake up to the, and I'm like, no. You don't understand.
She's got to work on her night moves.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what she's going to do. She's going downstairs to put on some Bob Seger and just relax. So anyway, what's funny is so then I'll get up and let her out of the room and just be like, okay, cool, we're done. Right. So then later on, you hear it from the outside of the door.
Right.
It's like, whoa. You don't get it both ways.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get that, but my dog does.
We have a concrete patio. We don't have a deck.
Right.
We have a concrete patio.
Well, you do,
Yeah.
but he's in the house.
And we have two. No, you don't come over that often. But we have 2 concrete steps going down. We call it the stoop.
Yeah.
And what Titan will do some days when he's been out enough, and he likes to stand on the stoop and survey the backyard because from where we are at, you can see into the neighbor's yard if you stand on
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
So he likes to look over the whole neighborhood. But when he gets really like where it's cold, it's raining, is tired, he will just put his front half out, and the back half will still stay in. I'm like, no, I didn't open the door. So the front half, like nothing that you do outside comes out of the front half.
Right.
Like the back half is what needs to be outside.
He throws up. You're like, you know what? Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Thank
You've
you.
justified me opening the door.
But
Like, if I'm going to open the door, go outside.
right. Well, because you're not holding it open to test
Yeah,
the waters.
right.
We're not going to see if this is something we want to do.
Right.
We've already stated we want to do this. So now I've opened the
Yeah,
door.
You immediately go to dad. Like, I'm not paying to heat the outside.
Right.
I'm not paying to cool the outside.
Who left the door open? You're standing there holding it.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to slow that down and look around a little bit. But no, I used to have, my dog would do the same thing though. Not this one I have because it's not my dog. I don't let her out. I don't have to. But the other, I've let her out of my room when I want to sleep. But my other dogs would do the same thing. And then there's snow outside, especially the first couple times they step in snow. They look at you like, what are we doing? I'm like, do I have to throw you into the middle of the yard? You're going to like this stuff in like 2 minutes. You know? Yeah. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to like it. So how about if we shut the door? Because it's warm in there, and I'm going to go back in there in a minute.
The last 2 days have just been like downpours of rain.
Yes.
Just ridiculous rain. Well, when it's bright and sunny out, he'll sneak out and go right around the corner. But when it's rainy, he'll go right out in the middle of the yard and like just stand. Like, dude, you know where the quick spots are to go to the bathroom. Why we got to go out there in the rain?
Right.
You
Yeah.
come back in, and he's just all soaked. Because he's not fur; it's all hair.
Right. Yeah. Well, then you can spike them. You can do all kinds of cool
most
stuff.
dogs can just like shake and then like they're pretty good.
Yeah.
He literally looks like a wet rat for like 4 hours.
Does he stink?
No.
Okay, because I know a lot of dogs
Well,
when they get wet they
Maybe
stink.
I
Hey, I have one more
that part of my face is broken, so I don't.
from a trampoline accident.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, I lost my hair. It's very sad.
This one here.
Just all of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What kind of trick were
Yeah.
you doing?
It was just one long hair I combed over.
Yeah. Spiral. So this is a personal one for me so that everybody understands how life really works. People who are genuinely happy in their relationships usually don't post about it on social media. Studies show that someone who is always gushing about their partner on social media is tied to how insecure they are in their relationship. I'm very secure. While those who are more secure spend time enjoying their relationship instead of trying to convince other people and themselves how happy they are. I wholeheartedly believe this. So when I read it, I'm like, I'm gonna use this because I seldom post anything about my wife. I really don't. I tag her and stuff but I don't. And it's weird because I see her, oh, happy anniversary. Oh, oh, look who, got this or did that. And it's like, my wife does cool stuff all the time. I'm not going to tell the world about it. I enjoyed it.
Well, you guys are barely friends.
Yeah. First off, we're pals. We're definitely, we're buds.
You're not even close.
We're buds. So Don't go back to that because I'm going to get beat up. Okay.
Why do you think I go back to it? every time?
I'm making a point of how I do things the right way. Okay. So don't interpret me as being like, wow, he doesn't really care for his wife. No. I'm very secure in my relationship with my wife. So I don't have to let everybody else know about it. That's how it works. Okay.
I think it's all individual. Like some people like on when the day I did comedy.
Yeah.
And I made a point of this. Was my 21st wedding anniversary.
Yes, it was. Yes.
People are like, oh, is your wife going? No.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? It's your anniversary? Yeah, she doesn't. It's a Thursday.
Which, by the way,
Doesn't care at all.
I know you can probably use that joke once a year. It was a great joke, and I
well,
I really enjoyed it. It was very good.
It's surprisingly it's landed. I've been able to use it more times than I like.
Right. It doesn't have to be your anniversary. You can just be like, this is how we get along.
There's been things where it's like,
you've been
birthday
doing
or
comedy.
someone's
Yeah.
anniversary.
Yeah. But anyway, you don't post about it on social media, so that means you're very secure and you're good. And I appreciate that. And my wife, I'm sure appreciates that about me. If not, she should. If she's listening, she should.
I need to start posting more about you then.
Because we're friends.
No, because I don't.
Because we're friends.
That's posting a lot. I think the relationship's in danger.
You know what's weird though? Me and you post a lot about each other. So how insecure are we?
I'm just trying to have someone come in and an intervention and be like, "Oh, you want to spend more time with him?"
Right. Right.
I found a replacement.
You're looking for an exit strategy. He's like, listen.
Yeah.
Is there any chance you want to do a podcast?
That's the only reason I agreed to put my name at the end, so you could just scrape it off. Your name in the middle, that's hard to fix.
So you can just scrape it off.
Yeah.
Is that really where we're going? Okay. All right.
How hard is it to get the embroidery out of the middle? Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
What about at the end of it? Oh, yeah, I can just pull that thread. You're good.
I'm like opening a big bag of dog
So this
food.
is the only part I agree with you, because if I can put my hand over the Ted right now, like I can't. I can't. See, I can't get it. It goes behind.
So in reality, this whole existence, you've really just been looking for a
Yeah. Hey, how did it make you feel? It's been 2 years and 100 episodes. I still haven't found anyone that wants to be in this seat, including me.
So
we're in a new studio today.
we're in a new studio. I'm gonna need a new friend. Podcast partner. I doubt they're gonna be my friend. Because that was the other thing this week, just so everybody knows, I'm new to Spotify. Okay. As far as getting deep into Spotify, I've always had it on my phone, but I'm new to getting deep into it, to being like, look, I let go of the Pandora Whoopee that I had. I had a Pandora that I guess is severely outdated and shows I'm an old man. And honestly, it's more expensive. So I got rid of that. And I went over to Spotify and I asked for assistance on how to use it. Now, one of us in this room asked for assistance. The other one in this room ridiculed the one that asked
Immediately.
significantly and immediately.
I gotta.
Yeah. What did you do to that?
Did you like hack up a lung?
Did you put your hand over the button like you were muffling it? What did you do?
I have to admit, I gave you a soft rock playlist.
Yeah.
That was it. That was like autocorrect.
Yeah.
One of those words was not what I actually typed.
Right. Gotcha. So you be in the house, everybody. That's how we do it.
Only gotta work 10 minutes.
Yeah. But
I still get the carrots and green beans.
But yeah, that's the kind of relationship we have. Is it's like I'm reaching out for help. I'm sure you fully know how to function all through this.
Someone like literally was like, but I don't know why you're doing that. This is only what you have to do. And I was like, look, yeah, I get it. I would have explained it to him maybe in a week. But right now it's more fun to watch him struggle with it because he gets so angry.
Yeah. And so a lot of people were very helpful, but as I started doing certain things, I'm like, oh, that's not working. And I'm searching for, that's not working. And that's not working. So then, well, I think it was Gina. It was one of the last posts. She's like, do this and do this. And I'm like, well, I can understand that. You said those exact words, like do this, press this, and type in this. I was like, oh, yeah, game on. So, which is in reality, somebody who's supposed to be my friend, I'm using air quotes properly, I believe.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And I do a podcast with, was like,
no one in this room or the other room.
Let's just see what he does here. Let's see where this turns up. So that's the kind of relationship we have.
The difference is that he'll just ask me directly, not in a public forum if he has a question.
I will. That one really was like, hey, because different people go at it different ways. So I understand that.
Yeah, because I don't really use the radio function.
And see, I didn't know if you did or not. But my thing is, listen, I moved a bunch of songs over, a ton of playlists, this and that. But you do get tired of like, after this song plays every time. It's like, I just want some random stuff going on, Yeah. So, and unfortunately, when I leave it up to, and that was my other thing.
Leave it up and up. And up and up and up
to Spotify. It doesn't, it pays attention to me like you do. It doesn't
Right.
know me yet. It doesn't care.
Well, that and the same thing. Like some people said that it'll make lists for you,
Yeah.
but if you don't vary what you pick,
Yeah.
those lists get very homogenized real quick.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Here's your daily mix 1, and you're like, well, that's 80% of daily mix 2. Like, what's the difference? Like,
Yeah.
just make a mix. Like, I don't understand.
When you make cake, do you just use flour?
Yeah.
You ever put any eggs or
Right.
milk or anything in it? Okay, let's do that.
This guy likes chocolate cake. Let's offer him chocolate cake. Okay.
We heard you like chocolate cake. It's just like a pre-recorded.
Just say the name of the cake you want.
You know what's weird? I don't pick anything. It just sees me through my phone. We understand that you like chocolate cake. Spotify, this is music. What are you talking about? You know? I'm getting bullied by Spotify. That's my problem.
This dude clearly likes chocolate cake.
We understand you like Twinkies. First off, I haven't even ate in front of my phone in weeks, okay? I don't know where you're getting your information. All right. We got to do a strange story.
All right.
This one's actually pretty good.
Hey, Mac, do you got anyone coming in after us?
Wait,
what?
This is Strange Stories
You found the button.
Yes.
with Damon
Like-
and Ted.
Ma,
At
there's
what-
no
at
more
what
deviled
time?
eggs on the roof.
10:30.
Oh, so we can go to 10:31.
Yeah, sure.
10:47. Got it.
That's an inside joke.
It's an inside joke in the new studio.
I apologize that I talked totally over your thing, Macaulay.
First off, since he couldn't cut it off, Dave, he had to do something else with it. So let's point out the fact that he likes you as much as he likes me. All right. So
Yeah.
good luck getting help with Spotify.
Give me
Anyway.
back my power.
Right. All right. So here's the title. Man builds house on top of his car, creating a literal house car. Well, yeah, that's how it works scientifically.
Right.
All right.
I'm gonna go take a dump in your car.
Yeah.
Turn it into literally an S car.
It is now a portable John.
Technically, you know, most Johns are portable.
Right. The car house was constructed by innovator Terry Gonzalez. I don't know that I call him an innovator, but
Is this really an innovator? They've had RVs forever.
right. First off, they show the picture of it.
You know, like Walter Winnebago is like, wait a minute.
That's the picture of it, Ted. That's an actual shed. I don't even see a car.
Yeah.
So if that thing moves, I'll give you $1.
You know, Walter Winnebago is like, wait a minute. This guy's no innovator.
Is that really his name?
Johnny Jaco. Whatever. They're
Yeah.
all the same.
Yeah.
Paul Provost. I don't. What are they? They all got the. You want me to name some more motor
That sounds
coaches?
like the guy like that when you go to buy an appliance. You know, there's only like 3 manufacturers. They're all the same. They just put different names on.
Right.
Did you know that?
All right,
Luna
we'll give
and
you the one that's
Empire are the
cheapest. I
same
don't care.
company?
Yeah. Give me the one. They're all the same. Cool. Which name costs the less?
Yeah, give
the
me
least.
give me the LGGE when you know Whirlpool. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like what is? I don't get like the marketing on that. Like
No.
what does telling me help?
Yeah.
Like okay, so if I just
Like
go to another store that sells these cheaper with the same thing,
That would be the excellent when they're like, there's only 3 people to make these. Cool. I'm gonna go find somebody else. You know.
Right.
Well, you're one of 3 then apparently
Yeah.
that carry it, so we're good. I'll go somewhere else.
you should tell me I only need to make 3 stops. Cool.
Yeah.
Probably won't be back.
Hey, good things happen in 3s. I'll see you in 2 stores.
So you tell me if I find something better somewhere else, there's no need to come back. That's what you're telling me.
Because you got the same stuff. It's just got a different name on
Yeah.
it. Same things. Same things. So anyway, it's a mobile home in the literal sense. And now
No, a mobile home is a mobile home in a literal sense.
First off, a mobile home is an immobile home.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless you're pulling it behind something, it's not moving.
I'm telling you, you move that more than once.
Yeah.
It's no longer a mobile or a home.
no.
It is
No,
trash.
it is Barney rubble.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So he made it by himself. His home sits on top of his sedan, which sounds very safe to begin with. He shared his story while parked at the corner of Barton Springs Road and Lamar Boulevard. He's in Austin, Texas. So, all right,
Yeah,
gotcha.
cheap Austin weird, man.
Yeah, no kidding. So going over to a Cowboys game. They're in Dallas, but going over to a Cowboys game. And he said he saw that it would fit on top of his car. According to him, he built the house out of necessity. Okay. You're at a stoplight talking about
Yeah.
the house you have on top of your car. And it was necessary
Yeah.
that it be there. So his furry family, like his dog Oliver, could have room to lay down inside the vehicle.
It's a sedan. How big is this dog?
I don't know. Is it a pony? Does he have a pony on accident? Is he like, I bought a convertible and my dog, he's like saying it 5 times. So they lived in this home for years, but now Gonzalez says it's still a work in progress. The next thing he wants to do is add a skylight to his car house. Bro. I mean,
what's the point of having a car house if you're not gonna have a skylight?
when you're at Home Depot and you're shopping for a sunroof,
Yeah.
that's probably, you're going to throw somebody off.
I don't know if he knows this, but he has 6 skylights right around it now. A giant one in the front, slightly smaller one in the back,
Right?
and 2 on each side.
Of course, this car house has gotten attention on the streets of Austin and on social media. I've never seen it, so I'm fine. I didn't see it till now.
You have me in the middle of this podcast Googling Austin car house.
Nice. And so here's the next sentence says, the Austin housing market is soaring like many other areas around the country, but the car house is actually a product of creativity and survival after he lists numerous personal benefits. And now these are all in quotes.
If this is true, holy cow, this is nuts.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. So anyway, truth be known, it's all pallets and it's leftover pallets from a Circle
Oh
K
my-
sign.
Leftover pallets from a Circle K
I
sign?
just
Yeah.
found it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right,
The
Mac?
dude's got a
This
window
is what
air
this
conditioner
article is
Right.
about.
in his
That's no longer a car.
Mac.
That is just
Mac, I would like you to share that somehow to our screen, so when I do this visually, it actually makes sense. This is beyond ridiculous. That's not the picture I have in my thing. That is nothing. This is
Yeah.
like a treehouse on top of a sedan.
right. This is like a treehouse that your 18, your 12-year-old nephew built, and you're like, "Good job, buddy."
Oh, get this. This next sentence. The chandeliers, I might add, are a recent addition, and everything is functional. His previous home was being remodeled while he lived in it. And when it caught on fire, he lost it all. Okay, now that's sad. I understand that. But you don't do this monstrosity that you've done and go, I'm gonna drive this around my town.
Yeah.
First off, if that's what you're going to live in, he's got an actual video of this guy up. He's got everything strapped to this. This is amazing. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're listening to us, hey, what do we do? Hey, Google.
Yeah. By the way, the chandelier is on the outside of the house.
Yeah, well, because he wants to show it off. Nobody's going to see it on the inside except his dog, you know. But anyway, so he basically claims that family of owners set the house. Oh, he said that he claims that other people set his house ablaze. So after losing that, his truck and trailer were towed and disposed of. So he must have been in a mobile home. I'm guessing truck and trailer. I don't know.
He's
But
got
his
a
now
cat.
famous car house is the positive results of hard times. Look, I'm looking at the picture. There's nothing positive about that whatsoever. Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's really nothing. And so in quotes, I just would have never thought that I'd have this moment right here and be able to thank everyone personally, he said. Austin, thank you so much. You've brought this to life in a way I could have never imagined.
Is he just talking to his imaginary friend named Austin?
Yeah. Stone Cold, big
Yeah.
wrestling fan. Austin.
Like, there's no way they let that drive, right? There's no way the
Well,
town
you
lets that
heard
move.
me say he was at a stoplight and he was talking to somebody.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he was moving at the stoplight.
Well,
I could have just died at the stoplight.
well, it had to move into that spot
Yeah.
to die. But no, this is amazingly ridiculous.
What's
And
he got powering that window air conditioner?
I don't know.
The engine.
he's got the adapter and the cigarette lighter. I shouldn't have got the 220 unit. I
Why
didn't think
does
that
he
through.
have all of that control? Well, I guess he builds stuff.
Well, I don't know that he builds stuff either, Mac. I honestly, this story, I would have rather read it and never saw that picture because this.
I was expecting something a lot fancier.
Yeah,
It was sponsored by Jackery. And
Yeah.
Jackery's like, no. We want no part of this.
right.
But you can power all of his refrigerator, his air conditioning. I don't care if we can. No.
Hey,
With no part of this.
only 3 companies make a generator like that, so it's got to be one of the
Gotta be
3.
one of them. Let's just put a different name on the front.
So anyway, I'll be honest with you. That's a 4-door sedan, like a 90s, maybe early 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay. It's got a window unit in the back passenger window, like a window air conditioner. Yeah. And does he have, I'd be anxious to see if he has a hole cut through the roof of the car
To get in. And
because
out.
otherwise he doesn't have air conditioning in his house. He only has it in his car. You follow what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it's always cooler in the basement, Damon.
Right.
That's just
The
natural.
thermostat's in
It's
the
just like
house.
home.
His thermostat's upstairs.
Why is it so hot up here? You'd think.
He's like, I would turn on the ceiling fan, but I have to unplug the air conditioner to use it.
Mm.
Oh man. Hey, the fact that you Google that, Mac, and pull that up, it made me angry at first because I was way happier just imagining what it was. But once you see it, you just kind of go, you know what? Yeah, that's again. I wish the guy the best because if his house burned down and this, I get it.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to sponsor him. There's got to be some kind of motorhome company now that says, listen, let me put that out in front of my place, and I will give you, a motorhome, or a trailer. We'll move it into somewhere. There's got to be somebody that would do that.
Yeah, and you then put a sign out in front. Time to upgrade.
Yeah. Time to upgrade.
Oh my God.
He's got one of one. Nobody else will ever trade him one of those. And you see somebody pull in with like the second one ever made. He's like, I hear if you bring one of these, you get a new one of those straight up.
Suddenly people are stealing pallets in the back of Circle K.
Right.
What are you doing with those pallets? I'm getting a motorhome.
I need a 2000 Olds Cutlass right away. Or a 98, whatever it is, Olds Cutlass. I need it right away. Wow.
William Winnebago is going to give me some motorhome.
You bring it down here, you get you some free stuff. That's how it works. That's amazing.
I only have one question. Is that really his name?
Right. That was.
You know what?
No, we do know what. Unfortunately, we know what a whole lot.
We can't even see him. You know what? We know.
I can only imagine what questions you asked Mr. CT. Okay. Was that ever a real toilet seat? Was that, where can they find us, Ted?
CT, do you even lift?
He's like Lionel from the Thundercats. That's what he looks like. You know what I mean? Like if they wanted a live action.
Thundercats.
He's a little deflated.
Well,
didn't eat his carrots.
Yeah, I was going to say. He didn't eat his cream. By the way, before we get out of here, when he says, make sure you eat your carrots, did he like look at you and smile?
Did he wink?
Did he like, I'm not saying it was an advance, but did he try to make you uncomfortable? Because that would be my whole game. If my name was Carrot Top, I'd be like, have you had your carrot today? And I would make everybody uncomfortable I ever talked to. That would be my whole goal.
Do you like carrots? I can make that happen. Thank you for us. That checks out WDT. WDT's answer with Damon and Ted. All the socials, the website, the Facebook, the Instagrams, all of that. Wow. Coming to you here from the new Audio Hive podcasting studio, still in beautiful Joliet.
Is he trying to get louder than you?
I don't know.
Is this a contest?
You'll hear us next time if Mac turns the music down.
Mac's going to put a second studio on top of this one with a window air conditioner. We'll be good.
Yeah, can you just put your old studio on top of this one?
We'll go pick it up. We'll put it in the van.
I would have like a fire ladder and like a pole. See it, so you tell me.
Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah.
You sure?
Wait, are we listening to you live or is this your sex tape?
Wait, I can't see it.
I can't see it. You tell me.
Hurry up, my mom's going to be home. Wait a minute. What is it? I thought we were in the studio. Does your mom live here?
What? Yeah, that's much better.
Noise.
What goes up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be behind it if we do this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
I'm going to do that a lot.
Can you literally move this to here?
Yeah, I'm going to do that a lot. So you're going to have to, we're probably going to want to shrink that down.
The music's playing. Are we starting? It's legit.
It's really playing. It must be 13. Oh, 1. Yeah, we're going to have to make that smaller because I'm going to keep moving my hands through there and that's going to look
now
stupid.
You want it smaller.
Well, it's going to look stupid.
No, it's not. Leave it, Mac. It's fine. No.
Hold on. It's still going to. Yeah.
No, leave it because you're not going to get
What if we put it down on the table?
You're not going to get it small enough to where his hand's not going to be in the way. Leave it. It doesn't look dumb.
I kind of think it does.
You're totally wrong, dude. You're totally wrong. You're making it smaller so your hand doesn't go in it.
I'm going to do this
dumb.
all the time.
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't like it.
Yeah, you know what I don't like? I don't like the fact that you want to make it this big so your hand doesn't go in it. Leave it.
We're starting.
No, he's in a mood now because he doesn't like it.
Oh, we're right. Whatever you want to do.
No, see?
I probably won't use this video because I don't like that.
Well, then take it out, Mac. Just take the whole thing out.
Yeah, just take it out.
Because literally, this is ridiculous. That you think this is a problem.
Well, I can put that in probably later on the video myself, and then it'll be like part of it. It'll be behind it.
No, your hand will still be in the way.
I don't know. Whatever.
That doesn't make sense. You can't put it where your hand won't be in the way. Like, even if you put it in later, your hand will still be here and it'll be over your hand.
Oh, then I'll just put our website or something on there.